Whenever I ask players who have been away with England who has looked the sharpest in training, the same name always crops up: Marcus Rashford. Such a supremely talented young player simply has to be in this Manchester United team. Why had he gone nearly 3 months without starting in the Premier League? We know that José Mourinho prefers experience. It made me chuckle when I heard him say recently that Rashford can learn from Alexis Sanchez. In as many words, Mourinho was saying that he would not be picking the 20-year-old. There is also an argument that Rashford's game time is being managed to prevent him from burning out, but it is easy to blame Mourinho. Is Rashford giving his manager enough of a reason to select him? With Sanchez and Anthony Martial providing fierce competition for that wide left position, he has to constantly show more in training to force his way into the team. There have been times this season when he has disappointed. He has seemed too eager to prove what he can do and rush chances. When Rashford has an off day, Mourinho will look to his bench. That should no longer be the case after his match-winning heroics against Liverpool. This was a statement from Rashford that he is here to stay. His first goal was different class, chopping back with his left foot and bending the ball into the corner. Trent Alexander-Arnold is lightning quick, but by the time Rashford had finished with him he was so far out of the stadium he had to pay to get back in. There is nothing quite like scoring in this fixture. I did so for Liverpool in a 2-0 win in 1995 and it effectively gave me a free pass for 10 games. Rashford needs to use this opportunity to nail down his place. He should be aiming to score 6 or 7 goals before the end of the season. He will be fresh and raring to go for the World Cup. My message to him is this: go to Russia with the mentality that you can destroy anybody. Manchester United's victory must have been bittersweet for Paul Pogba, as United showed they could win a big game without him. With Scott McTominay and Nemanja Matic, there was a more balanced look to their midfield. When Pogba returns to fitness, I can only see him making the bench. I have some sympathy for him. He will feel like he has been hung out to dry by his manager. Despite sharing a joke in the tunnel after Saturday's win, it seems Mourinho and Pogba have lost trust in one another. Will Dyche keep the party alive? There is every chance that finishing 7th will guarantee a Europa League spot. That means European football could return to Burnley for the first time since 1967. Their 3-0 win at West Ham, which included a thunderbolt by Ashley Barnes, keeps them 3 points clear of 8th-placed Leicester. If Burnley do get into Europe, there would be an argument to give Sean Dyche Manager of the Year. Of course, Pep Guardiola should sweep up all the gongs for Manchester City's utter dominance of the Premier League. But to take a team from the Championship into Europe on a fraction of City's budget is a remarkable achievement in itself. There will come a time when Dyche is offered a golden opportunity at another club. The challenge for Burnley's manager will be knowing when to leave a good party. I did not hold back in my criticism of Chelsea last week after their lack of a performance at Manchester City. They responded with a victory over Crystal Palace, in which Olivier Giroud showed why he should start in the Champions League second leg against Barcelona on Wednesday. Chelsea must score at the Nou Camp if they are to reach the quarter-finals, and Giroud is their most likely source of goals. Barca's defenders will not look forward to dealing with his aerial prowess at set pieces, while having a focal point will give Chelsea an outball when they are under pressure. Playing without a striker may have worked against Barca in the first leg at Stamford Bridge, but Antonio Conte would be on a hiding to nothing should he do so again this week. Cook really sizzling. Lewis Cook may have made a mistake for Tottenham's third goal, but that should not take away from what was a brilliant performance. Such was his maturity in midfield against Victor Wanyama and Moussa Dembele that it is hard to believe he has just turned 21. He has been on my radar since his days at Leeds, but he has come on leaps and bounds at Bournemouth. In a year or so I am in little doubt he will get a chance to play for one of the Big Six sides. This boy is destined for the top. Alan Pardew is bearing the brunt of the criticism for West Brom's disastrous campaign. The truth is, any manager would have struggled. The Rot set in a year ago. Since last March, West Brom have won 3 of their 39 Premier League games. With an average age of 29, West Brom's team is one of the oldest in the division, with a chronic lack of pace. They look like the slowest team in the league. It may take relegation to build a younger, quicker team. West Brom could sack Pardew, but they will find it hard to get a better manager in the Championship.